impaneled and sworn, and the above entitled action upon our oaths do find the defendant as to count 1, first-degree murder, guilty.
Well, after months of testimony, Jodi Arias has been found guilty of killing her boyfriend, Travis Alexander. Now the trial is in a new phase where literally her life hangs in the balance. So joining us to talk about it is Bobbie Celler of Celler Law, PA. Good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Morning, Lisa.
So this story has captured the attention of a lot of people in our country, and she can either get life in prison with a chance for parole in 25 years or execution. Any feel on which way you think the jurors are going to go on this one?
This is a case of sex, lies, and murder, so
Right.
it's reached tabloids everywhere. If I was on that jury panel, I'd have to make that decision of whether or not this is a serious and heinous case. This victim here was shot in the forehead, stabbed 27 times, and had their throat slit from ear to ear. I wouldn't want to be Jodi Arias in that situation. I think that they're going to find that this is heinous. The question is, do they believe in the death penalty, and are they willing to take that responsibility in convicting her and offering the death penalty as an option?
Now, here's another question for you. She gave an interview right after she was convicted saying that she wanted the death penalty because she felt like that was, basically giving her freedom. If you were representing her, would you have allowed her to have given that interview? And what's your thought on how it might impact the jury?
Sure. So could it be a sympathy card? Potentially. But as an attorney, she's going through an emotional state. She's my client. I would do everything within the boundaries of the law to be able to protect her. So one thing that we've learned is that if the story changes, she's going through this emotional state, then I would do my job as an attorney and do everything I can to protect her and leave it up to the jury.
Probably wouldn't have let her.
I probably wouldn't have let her, but she's allowed to speak her piece.
I gotcha. So now, is this case over? I mean, what happens from here, even if they do come back with death penalty or whatever they decide?
Sure. So she always has the option to appeal. In that case, there has to be a legal error made, and she can ask for a new trial. But however, to get a new trial, as a general rule, you'll need to be able to submit new evidence that's material to the case. Now, you can't hold on to the evidence, not get the verdict that you want, and say, hey, I got some new evidence here, let me submit it. Another option for her is if the jury was biased. If the judge thought there was an injustice, the jury was so far off that she couldn't have been convicted under any circumstance, and they were way off in their decision, which I don't believe this is occurring here. So in both cases, it doesn't look good for her.
Okay, and then real quickly, there's another case that's been making national headlines. A Utah teenager is now behind bars this morning, charged with homicide by assault for attacking a soccer referee during a game, and that attack resulted in the death of Richard Portillo. Now, as a parent of a teen, who attacked Portillo, what do you do legally for your child? Because technically still a child.
Sure, he is a child, but he is almost 18. I think they're going to look at his prior record. This isn't a Jodi Arias case where there's premeditated murder. He made a mistake as a child. He punched a referee in the face, and it resulted in death. You're not going to have those same severe charges, but he may be held responsible because at the end of the day, somebody did die due to his actions.
Real quickly, Bobbie, should he be tried as an adult?
I think we really have to. I have 3 kids of my own, so I would be hesitant to answer that unless I was in that circumstance.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Now, if you have any legal questions, whether it's, personal injury, foreclosures, bankruptcy, immigration, or divorce, you can email them to questions@cellerlaw.com, and those questions every week we will answer right here on the Daily Buzz because it is time for you to be in the know and learn your rights. Bobbie, thanks so much for coming in.